What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's SnakeMCGaming, aka Josh, here, and I am back, finally, for some more Minecraft Resource Pack reviews. Yes. So today, we have, as you can tell, the Dragon Dance Resource Pack. This resource pack is a 64 by 64 texture pack created by someone named Steel Feathers. Now, fair warning, this is a texture pack that is 80% complete. And also another fair warning is that it is not updated to 1.8, so those blocks will not be finished just yet. It's a work in progress. So we're going to take all of that into consideration when we review it. But the creator of this texture pack is also the creator of the Dandelion texture pack, which I don't know if I've reviewed on my channel, but I probably will at some point. But it's a fairly Dandelion's a fairly popular texture pack, though, so I think that'll be something that'll get reviewed in the future as well. But I figured some of you guys might know that. The actual current version of this is 1.7.5. It hasn't been updated to 1.8. I don't know if it ever will be, but I'm hoping it will, because just from the things that I've seen so far, it's actually a really good texture pack. But anyway, let's get moving on here. So here is your options menu, and it's pretty cool. Whenever you hover over something, it just adds those little tails, and it kind of shrinks a little bit, which I think is a pretty little, neat little add-on here. And of course, here's your well, that's cool. When you hover over this little thing, it's got an A. But here's your launch menu. Oh, even these shrink. That's cool. Your multiplayer menu, which, I mean, doesn't really look that different. And of course, hop into single player, and let's go into the resource pack review world and get this started, shall we? Alright, here we are. As you can tell, there's some items in my hotbar that aren't finished. Like I said, the texture pack is about 80% done, but I definitely am liking what I'm seeing so far. So let's go ahead and get going with this review. Alright, so as you can see, I'm going to skip over all these 1.8 blocks because none of them are finished, but a nice chunk of these are. And just FYI, this thing is described as a cartoon RPG-like texture pack, and I'm really, really hoping that he decides to update this at some point. But anyway, so here we are. We have stone, we have dirt, we have our grass block, podzol, and our mycelium. I actually really like the grass block a lot. It's really cool looking. Here we have our cobblestone, our mossy cobblestone, stone brick, mossy stone brick, and our cracked stone brick, which I wonder if it's dynamic. Ooh, it is. Look at all the different dynamic cracks in that stone brick. I really like that. It makes me wonder, is the mossy stuff dynamic as well, or is it all the same? Nope, it's dynamic as well, which is very, very cool, I think, to have such a huge amount of dynamic cracks and stuff in your packs. So that's pretty cool. Let's head on to some of these more complete blocks. Here's your glowstone, which I think is pretty cool. It's got like a crystalline kind of thing going on, as well as your redstone lamp and your lever. And turn the redstone lamp on. Looking good. And of course, this is your bedrock, your brick, and your obsidian, which I wonder if the cracks of the obsidian are dynamic. No, but they do flow into each other very well. Very nice. Alright, moving on. Here is your cobblestone, stone brick, and brick stairs, as well as the slabs and the smooth stone half slab. Here's your gravel, your sand, your red sand, and of course your stone brick, smooth stone brick, and chiseled stone brick. It doesn't look like the redstone brick stuff has been finished yet, though. And then, of course, your stone Sandstone. I said stone brick, didn't I? I meant sandstone. Sandstone and sandstone slab. Perfection. Here, of course, are all of your saplings, as well as the logs, planks, and leaves. I kind of like the jungle one. It's actually really cool. This one's cool too. Moving on. This is your soul sand. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the soul sand, actually. But, meh, whatever. And then, of course, this looks like the sponges aren't finished yet. Here is your nether brick, or your nether rack, your nether brick, and your nether quartz. I'm not a fan of the, or your quartz ore, I should say. I'm not a fan of the fact that the nether brick stuff is the same color as the nether rack. You know, I'm not a fan of that. That's just my own personal preference, but, you know, that's just me. So here's your quartz ore, which I actually really like the texture of. It's kind of got like a really marbly look to it. And then, of course, here is your chiseled quartz block. And there's what the top looks like. I really like that chiseled quartz block quite a bit. And then, of course, your quartz pillar block. And there's what the top looks like. It's got kind of a cool little sunbeam kind of design on it, which is pretty interesting for some cool designs that you could build with. Okay, and then of course your quartz stairs and slab, as well as another brick stair and slab. The hay block's not finished, so ice, packed ice, ender rack's not done. Watermelon, snow block, pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern. I really like that a lot. That's really cool. And then of course your wooden stairs and slabs. I don't think I'm a fan of the way that these stairs look, just because on like an actual wooden stairs and stuff, it just wouldn't look like that. That's just not how it works. But, you know, still, all in all, pretty cool. Alright, moving on to the ore wall. We have ores at the top, corresponding storage blocks on the bottom in order from least rarest to most rare, starting with coal, iron. I wonder if it's random items every time. Nope, it's just an iron sword in the ground for some reason. Alright, redstone, lapis lazuli, gold, diamond, and emerald. I really like the emerald block. That one's cool too. But actually my favorite out of all of these is either the redstone block or the lapis block. I really like those. Alright, moving on, here's your bed, as well as your glass, and your stained glass, which actually looks like stained glass, which I think is really cool. As you can tell, connected textures doesn't work with this texture pack. Although it could just be Optifine that doesn't make connected textures work. I heard that connected textures on that one launcher, whose name I can't remember, works pretty well. But I like this a lot. And of course, here's your panes. I've never really seen anybody do stained glass like this, so it's actually really awesome, I think. And moving on, here is, of course, your fence gates and your fence posts, and your mossy cobblestone and cobblestone walls. Alright, sweet. Let's move on to the next room. Alrighty, here we are into the next room, and we'll go right into it. Here is your wool and your carpet, which I think is actually pretty cool. It's got like a different color in some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Actually, only one of them has a different... Oh, I guess no, because gray and gray. I guess it's just stick out more, I suppose. Interesting. I like it, though. Alright, so here's your clay block, your hardened clay block, and then, of course, all of your hardened clay block colors. I kind of like the design and how it flows together very easily. That's really cool looking. And then, of course, here's your banners, which I don't think are finished. I'm pretty sure those are default. And then, of course, the TARDIS door, because, you know, TARDIS. Okay, the trap chests aren't finished, however, the regular chest is, as well as the double chest, as well as the ladder, the iron bars, which look really cool, the vines, the cobweb, and the torch. Ender chest isn't finished. Here is your crafting bench. Let's take a little look at all the way around. I like the cabinet doors on the one side. And then, of course, here's your flower pot. Which doesn't have a texture when you're holding it, but it has a texture when you're putting it down. Let's go ahead and put a flower inside of it. Very nice. Very nice. And then, of course, here is your oven, or your stove, furnace, whatever. And let's go ahead and pop in some food. That's what it looks like while it's going. So here's your dispenser and your dropper. As you can tell, the GUI for everything doesn't look finished. And then, of course, your note block. And your jukebox. Slime block's not finished. And then, of course, your doors, starting with oak, iron, and then all the other doors aren't finished, sadly. And, however, the wooden trapdoor is finished, as well as the stone button. Here's your bookshelf. Very bookshelfy. And then, of course, your enchantment table. And let's go ahead and pop over here. Take a look inside the enchantment table. Nothing has changed in here. Nope. Alright. So let's go ahead and take a look at the swords here. Here's your wooden sword. Your stone sword. Your iron sword. Your golden sword. Your diamond sword, which is really cool. And then, of course, the enchanted diamond sword. The bow and arrow isn't finished, so no point in doing that. Let's go ahead and move our stuff back up here. Alright, so here is your mushrooms, tall grass, fern, dead bush, that's not so dead, and of course your random assortment of flowers. I could have sworn all these flowers were 1.8 thing, but I could be wrong. I think it might have been 1.7 actually, now that I think about it. And of course here is the double tall fern and tall grass, as well as the cactus, the sugar cane, which looks like bamboo, the farmland with the planted wheat, carrots, and potatoes, pumpkin with the stalk, bent and not bent, and then of course the watermelon stalk, bent and not bent. Here's your daylight sensor, regular and inverted, does not have a texture, sadly. And then of course here's your torch, dust, repeater, and comparator in the inactive position, and then again in the active position. Then of course here's your pressure plates, and your buttons, the hoppers, and of course the sticky and regular piston, and then of course the same extended, and your anvils in three various states of decay. And the end stuff's not finished, as well as the mob heads, which means the mobs in this texture pack might not be done. Which means we probably won't need to go into the end or anything like that, sadly. Alright, let's move on. Okay, here we are in the room of items. As you can tell, the item frames have been changed. However, many of the item icons have not been changed. Let's check. Okay, those haven't been changed either. Okay, the cauldrons are different, however. Here we go. The tool icons have been changed. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pickaxe. And that'll be the only one that I'll show you, just because there's really no need. And let's keep on moving, see if we can find some other changed stuff. It looks like the armors haven't been changed. Cakes haven't been changed. So let's move on to the TNT. Let's go ahead and tripwire trap has been changed. You can actually see the string on the ground, which is pretty interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and check ourselves an explosion. The explosion has not been changed. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the TNT block. It's actually really cool. And let's move on to the bent rail, the regular rail, the detector rail. No, I'm sorry, the powered rail, the detector rail, and the booster rail. And here are the two in the on position. Very cool. Minecarts haven't been changed. Boats not changed. Water is, and the lily pad is, however. Let's go ahead and move on into game mode survival and take a look at our bubbles. Alright, so it looks like the survival stuff hasn't been changed at all. Let's move on back into creative and take a look at our flowing lava and our still lava. And the fire hasn't been changed. Alright, let's take a look at some of these paintings. It doesn't appear that they have been changed. So we are almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and move on to the tree room. And here we are in the tree room where we see what the 5 full-grown trees might look like in a regular survival world, starting of course with the oak tree. Moving on to the spruce tree. And the birch tree, thank you. I'm not a fan of the birch logs, because that's not what birch logs look like, you know? Like, you could change them all you want, just make them noticeably birch logs, you know what I'm saying? Here is the acacia tree. The jungle tree. I'm a big fan of the leaves and stuff. I'm a big fan of the vibrant greens in this texture pack in general. And then, of course, the dark oak tree, which looks cool. I do like the dark oak log. Very nice. I like the leaves. Kind of look like 4-leaf clovers. Very cool. Alright, let's go take a look at some of the beacons. Okay, we are back. Normally this is the part where I show you the night and the day. However, none of that has been altered or changed. So I decided to come over here. The beacon blocks aren't finished, but I kind of just decided to show you the setup anyway because it kind of looks cool with all the emerald blocks and the stained glass. But the beacon beams and stuff hasn't been changed or fixed or anything like that. And we're just going to go ahead and head straight on into the mob room, no cutting. Just to see if any of the mobs have been altered. And it doesn't appear so. Just judging from this alone, I can tell that none of these mobs have been changed in the slightest yet. So, with that being said, I think that that's going to go ahead and be the end of the video, you guys. There's just not enough change for me to justify wasting you guys' time showing you the end and the nether, knowing that none of the mobs are going to be changed, which means you're not going to be really seeing anything too new or spectacular. Plus, the end stone itself isn't finished, so what's the point, right? But yeah, so, you know, I did say, going into this, about 80% of it's done. If we ignore the fact that it's not updated to 1.8, which we'll go ahead and do, 80% sounds roughly okay. I'd go closer to 75%, and if we are including 1.8, then it's closer to like 60% it's not done. But all in all, the things that are finished, I don't think there was one block I didn't like, except maybe this. I didn't like the birch logs very much, and I don't really like these planks, or these planks with just the two things. I don't really like the way that looks. I mean, they look cool as individual blocks, but the way that they set up for the building purposes in Minecraft don't really flow with me. I'm not even sure. Yeah, see, I don't like straight lines, because that's just like, that's not how wooden floors are laid down. They're more like how it is with the oak, with the overlapping layers, and it does that for design purposes and for actual building purposes. My family watches way too much DIY Network. I know things like this that I shouldn't. I think my favorite block might be the grass block, though. It's a really nice looking grass block. I also really enjoy the lime green stained glass block. I think it's just really, really pretty looking. So, you know, kudos to that. Kudos to this texture pack. I hope he comes back to working on it soon, or maybe he's already working on it. I don't know. But I really wish that he would, because this texture pack is extremely good. I like it quite a bit. I can't, however, give it a perfect 10 just because there are things that aren't finished, and because of those few block things. So what we're going to exclude from our final verdict is we're not going to take any points away because it's not updated to 1.8. And we're not going to take too many points away because it's only 80% complete, because I knew that going into it. You know, there are texture packs that say they're 100% done, and then they don't actually have 100% of everything done. That's when I'd reduce points, so we're not going to be too hard on that. And also, it does get bonus points because everything that is done, for the most part, is spectacular, and the guy who made this, or guy or girl, I don't really know, the person's name is just Steel Feathers, could be a guy or a girl, I'm not sure, but the person who made this texture pack is extremely talented, extremely creative and artistic. They have a great skill, and I hope they come back to do this texture pack. I would love to revisit this texture pack fully updated to 1.8 with everything done and do a full review of everything. Anyway, I've been rambling on a little bit too long. It's time to get this video ended. So the rating for this texture pack is going to be an 8. An 8, a nice solid 8 is it's the best I think I feel justified to give this extremely well done texture pack. It's full. It's my favorite. It's cartoony, but not too cartoony. It's bright. It's vibrant, but it's still extremely detailed. Every single block has been put together masterfully, I think. So when it's complete, if it gets complete, and if and when it does, and it's 100% updated to 1.8 and everything, I could see this texture pack potentially getting a perfect 10. So yeah, I think that is it, you guys, with the texture pack. If you have a different rating for this texture pack, please go ahead, let me know what you think it should be rated down in the comment section below. I love to hear you guys' feedback. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. It always makes me happy and helps me out quite a bit. If you really liked it and you're not already, go ahead and press the subscribe button down below, or click on the link in the annotation at the end of this video. As well as you can also visit my channel to watch my other back catalog of resource pack reviews, as well as other Minecraft related videos. I'm currently doing GTA videos as well. We will be continuing on my Walking Dead series here very shortly, when I can muster up the want to continue to play a game I've already played 100 times. But I do want to get to Season 2, because I haven't played that yet. So, anyway, rambling. Sorry. I think that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and oh, go ahead also, if you have a texture pack that you guys want me to review, go ahead and post a link to it, or at least the name of it down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to give it a look, and who knows, maybe the texture pack you want me to review will be in the next video. If you are also a texture pack creator and would like for me to review your texture pack, go ahead and you can link it down below. You can private message me on my YouTube channel. I don't charge people to review their texture packs at all. I'm nowhere near big enough to do that. So go ahead. I just like to do this for fun. It's free advertisement for you, free advertisement for me. So it's a win-win situation, I personally think. But anyway, go ahead and let me know if you have a texture pack that you're creating that you want me to review, and I'll give you my opinion on it. Anyway, that is it, guys and girls, and other sexual preferences. Sexual preferences? No, gender preferences. There we go. Gender identities. Anyway, I'm rambling on like an idiot. I'm gonna end this video now. I will see you guys in the next episode, and peace out. Bye.